Oh, I'm recording. Welcome to Survival Theory. ONEWIND Camping Shelter. Lightweight survival shelter. That's what we're going to take a look at today. I'll show you how I've got it set up. I've had this for about a month. Heck, maybe 5-6 weeks. I don't know. I've had it a long time. I've had it set up multiple times. It's time to get down to the review, so let's get busy. What's that? Is that? Yes, some kind of shelter out here in the middle of the woods. Looks complicated. They must have known what they were doing for sure. So it looks like they've got just some stakes and they tied it to this tree here. No ridge line, no poles. It's pretty cool. Almost looks like an Adirondack shelter. Man, this is an experienced bushcrafter here. Okay, so here it is stretched out. Now you'll notice it's kind of like the TARDIS. It's the dimensions don't seem to add up. Across the top here, it is 13'9". So pretty dang big, 13'9". And then it's shorter on this side. That is 8'6". And as far as the height that you're seeing right there, that is 4'7". So it's not a tiny shelter. So just like the ONEWIND ground mat, this has pockets in two corners. And they're handy to hang something if you happen to have it in a configuration where you can drop something in there. I believe their primary purpose is to throw rocks or sand in it. So you don't need a stake in that corner or to hold it down in that corner. If you're on the beach or whatever, use sand to weigh it down. So some stats on this. It is 15D seal nylon ripstop. It's got the silicone UP coating on it, so helps with the ultraviolet resistance so it doesn't fall apart. Improves the water resistance. So this has been up for 4 days. Through some pretty awesome rain. Good wind and rain. Still pretty taut. 4 days. And you can see it's dry under there. Plenty of beading on here. Yep, pretty awesome. It's a beautiful day. So let's go to viewer questions via email. Survival Snake. I live in my mom's basement, and when I do go outside, I usually only carry my cell phone and a small bottle of water. Will I be able to carry this long distance? Okay, I can answer that. Yes, it's very, very lightweight. This weighs 256 grams or 9 ounces. Yes, 9 ounces. That's lighter than that little bottle of water. Hello, Survival Snake. I usually go out into the woods for days on end, but I never take a knife or rope or string or food. Will I be able to set this up easily? Yes, you will. It comes with another little bag here with 5 guy lines, and they're colored orange so you can find them easy, and these stakes. 7 stakes. So everything you need right here. You don't need to worry about being prepared. Just go out in the woods with these 2 bags and you'll be all right. Woo! Okay, next email. How's it going? I really like your reviews. Thank you. I'm not very good with the sewing machine, and I don't really have any extra material to attach stake loops to the shelter. Does it come with stake loops? I'm glad you asked that. That's actually a pretty important question, because different shelters will come with grommets, stake loops, things like that. This comes with stake loops. Very well constructed. See there? Very well stitched. And it has, let's see, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next email. Hello, sir. I live in Martha's Vineyard. We recently had a situation where we needed shelter for many people. However, we do not know how to set up any shelters, nor do we have any tarps or tents or any camping supplies. Is this shelter easy to set up? Well, let me answer your question. That's a very good question. Some tarp configurations can be very complicated, like the tarp tent, even the Adirondack. Well, it's complicated if you've never done it, or if you live in Martha's Vineyard. But otherwise, this is so easy. Even a through hiker could do it. I mean, you just stake out the short side, you raise it up to about the height you want, and then you stake down the sides. I mean, it's that simple. It builds itself. Pretty simple. So, yeah, even a through hiker or a Martha's Vineyard resident could do it. It's that easy. You want to bug out and live, make sure you get one of these. Otherwise, you're dead meat. We have time for one more question. Survival snake. I like to go stealth camping and don't want to be seen by anyone, especially law enforcement or other government officials. Can I paint this camouflage? Yes, you can. If you saw my ONEWIND ground mat review, I had painted that before I even did the review. I used the Krylon camo paint, and it worked well. But what I did is I set it up, and I painted it, and I left it set up for a week. I mean, I let that stuff bake in. It was hot summertime. So by letting it sit for a long time like that, the paint set in, and then when I crumpled it all up, packed it up, and then went out and used it, it didn't crackle or rub off or anything like that. So that worked. And then I also used a cheap Tractor Supply paint, and that worked as well. I used the brown because I love their brown, but that camo paint worked as well, and it didn't crack or chip off or anything like that. So just experiment. Most things should work. Now what I've tried to do a couple times is not even bother folding this up, just seeing if I can just stuff it into here. Now you can combine this with the ONEWIND ground mat and use that ground mat as a ground mat, or you can use that ground mat as a shelter extension over the front of this and make your shelter huge, absolutely huge. It's up to you, but both of these together still weigh like less than my ultralight regular 10 by 10 tarp that costs, friggin' $100. How much does this cost? $44.90. So it's basically $45. And look at that. I can stuff it in there without folding it. Good. I like that. It didn't take long. So this thing is friggin' 9 ounces. Pretty cool. Well, you made it this far. The link for this is in the description, so go check it out. It's $45, money well spent. That ground mat was a game changer. Of course, it was half the price of this, but now you get an Adirondack seal nylon 15D waterproof 9-ounce shelter for $45. That's pretty good. Modern technology meets bushcraft. Well, thanks for watching Survival Theory. Be sure to like, subscribe.